$30,000 to obtain a $300 and something thousand car. So I gave him a check for $30,000, and I'm paying a car note for $2,200 a month.
Wow.
Now, a couple months later, I was like, Biggs, what you gonna do with that car? I wanted to, you know what I mean? Let me take the note over. I wanted to give it to, you know what I mean, my mom or whatever. He like, you just got the Bentley from, dang, what you gonna do with 2 Bentleys?
Right.
So I blew it off. I think like 4 months later, it was my birthday. And we was at the studio. My mom came up. She cooked food for everybody. Dane, Jay, everybody ate. You know what I'm saying? And my mom said, let me hold the keys to your car. I want to go downstairs and do something before I leave. But she left with the car. So I'm like, yo, she took the car.
Yeah.
And Big said, happy birthday. Just pay the note. So the note was, I think, like $2,400. So Beanie Sigel was driving around in 2 Bentleys and only had to pay $5,100 a month. So it's not like I obtained all this wealth and I bought, like you helped me get all this wealth and you gave me these 2 Bentleys.
And they just gave away the monthlies.
Yeah, they just gave away monthly plans. That's all they did. Now, so the issue about the Bentleys, you shot yourself in the foot with that. Talking about, like, now let's go to the record label I supposed to have. You didn't give me a record label.
Right.
All I did was, it only cost a couple $100 to search the name, State Property Records. Nobody owned it.
Right.
I think I paid a couple more $100 and I patented the LLC licensed company. So my record label only cost me $700 and I think like maybe $750 to say on a piece of paper that I own State Property Records LLC. And I did that on my own. You didn't give me that.
Right.
And what artist was on that label? So what did you give me? The clothing line that I had. I had 20% of State Property clothing. It's me, Jay, Dane, and the 2 other Russians that had the Rockaware owned State Property because I gave them an idea, pitched it to Dame at the time because I saw him drawing close to me when him and Jay was going through their thing, when Jay wasn't coming around. See, when the outside people started hearing about the rumors from the outside, that was already 2 and 3 years in the inside. And that was the reason, you know, why I did the thing with the Jadakiss thing. Because I'm thinking, like, yo, they whispering back and forth with each other. They about to sell a company, about to break up. We got to do something.
Right.
So we got to make a mark. So my strategy was like, yo, Jadakiss and them coming at Jay. He ain't doing nothing. Let's ride on them.
Right.
Because we nobodies at the time. So if we ride on them, win, lose, or draw, we separate ourselves
from it,
from just being a part of Rockefeller. Now we're State Property.
Right.
And that's how that came. You didn't give me the movie. It was a guy from Philly who had a movie script. I ain't had the money to, you know, put out a movie. I brought him up to Rockefeller. You know what I mean? Yo, he got a script. It's talking about some real stuff, but we got to switch it up because, you know, he was talking about the JBM, Aaron Jones and the people in there. So I just switched up names and all that because people got appeals and all that. You know what I mean? You didn't give me no movie. I brought that to you. I ain't see no money off of that. Wow. And even on the clothing line, I got the same reason why you and Dame broke up, Jay-Z, because he was taking all the money from Rockaware and putting it in all his other little companies. He did the same thing to State Property.
Wow.
So my jail time that year that gave me a chance to sit back and relax was a blessing. Because if my man supposed to got me, he got me. So I'm thinking like, all right, broker this deal. Just like with the Pro-Cad situation.
Yeah.
I'm wearing Pro-Cads in Philly, and I'm ordering crazy Pro-Cads. Like, they wasn't even in the United States for a long time. I run into the people at the Magic show. So the people that just, you know, own Sneaker Villa introduced them to me, and they was like, yo, this the dude that been buying all the Pro-Cads who got it popping in Philly like that.
Right.
They wanted to endorse me. But me, being a team player, I take it back to Dane. Like, why let them pay me some money just to wear the sneak? Right. If I got State Property, let's cross-market it. And they was giving me 50% of the profit of every Pro-Cad that was sold that had State Property on it.
Yeah.
And I still broke down my 50% profit of State Property with
Damon.
the other 5 companies. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I gave away 20% of that. So what Damon did, and I didn't know, him and a licensee who licensed Rockaware, 3 months later went behind my back and obtained the license to the company who was licensing the Pro-Cats.
Wow.
And stopped making the state property Pro-Cats because he had to pay me the bread. And if
he
you
can
can
make
look at
100%.
this accurate,
Yeah.
the state property Pro-Cats was stopped because he had to pay me that money. It was all geared towards Rockaware. He started making all Rockaware stuff. So everything at the Rockefeller situation was smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
Even at the, I said it, no name, no blame, because I ain't want to put it out there,
Right.
but you co-signed it.
No, I did.
I'm sitting in the jail, you know what I mean? You co-signed it, and I said no name, and I had this conversation with Jay when I got out. I talked to you, you know what I mean? If I was to speak on the check,
Now, that would
we ain't gonna say that number because
Hold
I
on,
don't want
before y'all
nobody
go.
to look at me like I'm crazy.
Let me ask
Now
this
that was
question.
easy. It was at least 800,000.
You guys, before you said you guys,
at least
you
because
guys
there's
were
no
seeing each
way
other.
with the heat that was around him at that point. I tell you what, I paid for Mobb Deep. That was at least 800,000
Wow.
at that point. So there's no way that he wouldn't have got that. Like when he said chill, I'm telling you, I said it earlier. I
Yeah,
said,
you did, yeah.
I thought that they felt like he would be losing something to me when they wouldn't do the deal because I said, wait, it makes sense right now. I could sell this right now.
Right.
Like, and I get him out and go right away with the actual music. And I was more aware of Beans at that point because I was going to the joint that he was in.
Right. That's why I wanted
Like
to
my
ask
uncle-
the least of my question.
Yeah.
You seeing, you hearing or seeing Fifth coming to see his
Yeah.
uncle,
Like,
and not getting the
No.
same thing from your guy. Talk to him a little bit about that.
first of all, like I didn't even know. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say his name. You know what I mean? I didn't even know it was 50 Uncle. I'm walking the yard with him. You know what I mean? Because he took a liking to me just on how I came into the jail and how you know how I conducted myself and and just being in the jail, like you know what I mean? I'm Beanie Sigel, and it was just like another dude coming through. I wasn't Beanie Sigel. I was 57613-066.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't. All that was out the door when I walked in the gate. So you know what I mean. So the way I conducted myself in the prison, he was like, and he, we talked the trash. I didn't even know it was his uncle till probably like after the second time I got out the hole. And my man that used to work out with his uncle was like, yo, that's 50 Uncle. So when I'm sitting on my visits, you know what I mean, Dame come up, you know what I mean, but I know what his reasons is coming up for.
It's 'cause he's
so
now
it's like
gotta-
I'm sitting there and it's like
He shifted because his business with Jay was changing. Beans was the next best
yeah,
option.
I mean, so let's not get that. Like, and people would say like, oh, Dame stuck by here, real dude, he supported. No. If you can't have Jay-Z, no disrespect to none of the other artists that was on Rockefeller, who's the next best thing to have?
Beanie Sigel.
So all that other stuff was coming towards the end when they knew it was over. Like he knew it was over before it really actually went over.
Yeah.
4 years before it actually knew, like when it went down.
It was
like
gradual, but
like,
to the
yeah.
public, it looked like
It
an
was-
abrupt change.
No, it wasn't abrupt, but he knew it had been over.
Yeah.
Just like with the move with people like Jay supported them. He brought Beyonce to his court date. Did he bring Beyonce to my court date to support me? Or because Dane was bad-mouthing him in the media saying, well, I don't know where Jay at. I'm here every day supporting my man.
You were
Right.
telling me something in the hallway about Jay-Z coming to court and the court's asking him would he take responsibility. Get into that really quick.
All right, when
I
my
need
gripe,
you weigh in on this if you can fit.
my gripe about that was when I first, I had a bail hearing in the federal system. Jay-Z came to be like as a character witness. The judge asked Jay-Z just to see what type of character, this is a guy who's worth, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Right.
So she just was sitting there like, yo, like, cause she couldn't believe like this, like she don't know who Jay-Z is, or maybe she did, I don't know. Like, and they painted the picture of who he was before they even asked him a question.
Right.
So when he got on the stand, he spoke, good things about me. I'm an incredible artist. I'm this, I'm that, and that. So she said, so if I was to release him today to continue to go on the Rock the Mic tour,